It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and I'm asking myself a question today only because I recently reviewed Sainsbury's original Crown Lager, and it's coming in at 3.4% ABV, saying brewed for a crisp, clean taste. It's actually brewed by these guys here, Carlsberg over there. 440 milliliter can, but I mean, I just want to show you. The Carlsberg here, because that too is 3.4% ABV. The interesting thing about this bottle, it's in a 660 milliliter bottle. It's in Tesco at the moment, this, for £1.10, as of course, prices change all the time. Summer 2025, £1.10 for a 660 milliliter bottle of green glass lager. But is it the same beer? Is it just is this original Crown Lager from Sainsbury's just a rehashed, rebranded, let's just chuck the beer, the Carlsberg beer in a can for Sainsbury's, and we're going to find out. So without further ado, just quickly realised do you know what they say about filming? Never leave the camera. Bottle opener. Let's first and foremost get out the Sainsbury's Crown Lager. One finger white head, good levels of carbonation, clear amber coloured beer in the glass. Here we go. Carlsberg Danish Pilsner, 3.4% ABV. I mean, I'm sure if you went to Denmark, where this is originally from, pretty sure that the beer wouldn't be 3.4% ABV. I'd imagine it would be a premium strength lager in Denmark, maybe 5% ABV. Do you know, it is looking yes, we have a widget in this glass and we don't in this one, so a bit of a boo-boo on my part on that, but even still. The Sainsbury's Crown Lager looks purposely duller. It looks a duller beer in the glass. I'm not talking about the carbonation, I'm talking about the colour of the beer. It looks a little bit, the Carlsberg looks brighter. It looks a little bit more alive. But these guys have been brewing beer for hundreds of years. They could very easily, this review is all about the taste. They could very easily colour this beer slightly darker if they wanted to, the Sainsbury's Crown Lager. Because of course you don't really want them to, Carlsberg are not going to really want you to be buying the Sainsbury's Crown Lager over Carlsberg, are they? They're not going to make a better product or a better looking product for Sainsbury's, are they? That's just an impossibility. So, enough natter, let's get the aroma. Very drinkable. In terms of the aroma, it's very, very kind of a little bit of sweet malt in there. Little bit of a peppery spiciness. Carlsberg. Oh, much hoppier. Much hoppier. Oh, it's night and day. Night and day. Wow, there's some big hops coming from the Carlsberg. Next to nothing coming from the Sainsbury's Crown Lager. Interesting, isn't it, how they can produce a 3.4% ABV beer. Now, looking at it from, like, I haven't tasted it yet, I would have thought it would have been the same beer, but we're about to find out. I think that 3.4% ABV is far too low. It's very refreshing, it's very drinkable. It's nicely carbonated. It's not lacking it's not really hitting with the hops. It's not really kind of coming through. It's a bit bitter on the back end. Carlsberg. It's like they've tried, first and foremost, it's definitely a different beer. They probably would have brewed it at the same base beer. It's probably the same malts used. What they've done with the Carlsberg is that they've added a lot more hops to it. But that base malt beer, the 3.4% ABV, is very, very much the same. It's just they've kind of tweaked around with the Carlsberg. It's their premium product for the UK. I tell you what, I don't see so much anymore. I used to see bottles of Carlsberg Export for 5% ABV, and that was okay. That was, you know, it was an okay lager. You don't really see that anymore, especially in bottle. You might see it in cans, but again, it all boils down to why are the lagers? Why is Carlsberg Pilsner 3.4% ABV? It's probably two things. Number one is probably Brexit, and the second thing is just pure taxation. Pure taxation. There's so many pubs. I had a phone call from a brewer today. I was driving the car, the phone rang, spoke to a brewer. He said the disastrous thing has started to happen to him now. His brewery's starting to suffer with sales. I'm not going to mention the brewery, but he's kind of, when I speak to him on the phone, he's like, no, I'm doing okay. But there's always that kind of sort of don't know what's going to happen next month. And it's hit him. It's hit his, he's had a bit of a bad month, he was telling me. And it's purely down to taxation. The tax, the nothing seems to be working at the moment. I mean, this is not a political rant of any kind. I'm just trying to work out why. Well, first and foremost, it's a different beer. That's why you're tuned in. It's a different beer. But I've gone on to another subject now, and that other subject is why is Carlsberg 3.4% ABV? It's they're such an interesting brewery, Carlsberg. They were kind of pioneers in yeast, in lager yeast. They worked out in their labs that, you know, that thing where the surgeons were using, back hundreds of years ago, they were using dirty knives and dirty scalpels to operate on the next person, and people were just dying of bacteria poisoning. And it was actually in Carlsberg, and he said Carlsberg Pilsner. It was actually in the Carlsberg brewery in Denmark where they worked out, or this scientist worked out that if you, it was something to do with the yeast, it was something to do with bacterias, and they worked out that if you kind of sterilize things, that you have a better chance of not getting infected and not dying. That all happened at Carlsberg. Not all of it, of course, but a big part of it happened at Carlsberg. And then you think 200 years later, I'm standing here in this old terraced house of mine. Mr. Carlsberg, who's well gone now, will be spinning probably in his grave, wondering why his premium Pilsner is sold in the UK at 3.4% ABV. He probably wouldn't have agreed on doing that. It is what it is, I suppose, isn't it? So the two beers, the original Crown Lager isn't very good compared to Carlsberg. Actually, it tastes off compared to Carlsberg. Now I'm drinking it, I'm thinking this tastes off. It's a bit kind of like vegetable like, and a bit kind of rotten cabbage like. Oh. It's funny, isn't it? It's funny, I had a can of this 2 weeks ago. It was the first can of the evening. I was sitting outside in the sunshine, and I cracked it and I was drinking. I was thinking, oh, this is all right. I was like one of those, like, let's just get these cans out the fridge. Let's just drink them. Let's just start with a 3.4%er. And I was sitting there thinking, oh, this is all right in the sunshine. Compare it. This is what you guys need to do. You guys need to put a beer versus a beer. You need to sit down and kind of like put something like this, that's brewed by Carlsberg, up against Carlsberg Pilsner, and just to see the differences in quality from the same brewer. Sainsbury's original Crown Lager is nothing. It's not a patch on Carlsberg's Pilsner. I don't know what I give it before, but I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10 here. It's just not very good. As for Carlsberg's Danish Pilsner, much better beer, cleaner, crisper, refreshing, more carbonation, everything better, malt quality, better hop finish on the beer. It's actually not a bad pint. My only grumble is that it's 3.4% ABV. I'm actually going to give that an 8 out of 10. It's not bad at all. 8 out of 10 from Real Craft Beer. I hope you liked the video. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.